Taylor Swift made her first podcast appearance ever, and it has blown up with almost 15 million views in just one day. And in that time, it became the most viewed episode of the New Heights podcast, and it shows that podcasting as a medium is just getting started. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 key takeaways from Taylor Swift's first appearance on a podcast, the latest stats showing exactly what you need to do to grow your show, if you haven't started your podcast yet, why this proves you're not too late, and if you want your podcast to look and sound as good as the New Heights show, the secret there, they actually recorded this episode with Riverside. That's right, Taylor Swift and the Kelce brothers were in Riverside to record this podcast. So you can record with the same platform as Taylor Swift for free. I'll talk more about that in a second. Number 1, Taylor Swift making her first podcast appearance brings an entire new audience to the medium. This means thousands, if not millions of people who have never listened or watched a podcast just did it this week. And that's an audience that might be looking for new shows right now. That's a huge opportunity for you as a podcast creator, especially if you're trying to reach younger demographics. Now, Taylor Swift appeals to all ages, but that means a lot of younger people are going to be listening and watching for podcasts, and even the latest data shows that Gen Z is watching podcasts on YouTube more than any other platform. Stats from Cumulus Media, YouTube, and Spotify all show that younger generations are looking to video podcasts and giving them their undivided attention. That was already happening in the podcast space, and now with Taylor Swift having done a podcast, there's going to be even more people looking to watch and listen to podcasts. But key takeaway number 2, the Kelce brothers and Taylor Swift understood to appeal to their demographic, video is priority. Even in their show, the first place they promote to watch the podcast is YouTube.
Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights in the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen.
They'll say you can listen to other podcasts as well, but YouTube was number 1. And the data already said that people who watch podcasts instead of just listen actually watch for longer. There's higher retention and more returning viewers when there's a video component to your show. And while YouTube is number 1 as far as podcast consumption, Spotify is a close number 2. And Spotify has really been pushing video in their app. Not only does video just play in the discovery feed when a podcast actually offers it, but even if someone is searching for shows or any kind of content, there's video clips which can include podcast clips. If you upload video to Spotify, Spotify will even make little clips that they share in the discovery and search tabs automatically. So not only does video help you reach a younger demographic and a wider audience, it's how discovery happens for podcasts today. The latest data from Coleman Insights says all ages and 15 through 29 discover podcasts the most on YouTube, then either YouTube Shorts or TikTok and Instagram Reels. So if you're trying to grow your audience and be discovered in your niche, having video is a key component to that growth. Number 3, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce showed the perfect audience win-win when you have a huge guest on your podcast. The New Heights podcast is typically sports fans, and Taylor Swift called that out right at the beginning of the episode.
I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
But not only does Taylor Swift get to announce her new album to her own audience and maybe some fans of the podcast but don't listen to her music, this is also huge exposure for the New Heights podcast. And again, proof of that is in the view count for this video, almost 15 million views, and they just crossed 3 million subscribers because of this episode. And that's a strategy you can use for your podcast right now. Find big guests that are tangentially in your niche, and then having that audience win-win, where your audience who might be interested in their content will find them and vice versa. We do this on our own podcast. We had a special guest, John Gruber. We're a tech podcast. He's huge in the Apple tech space. And you can see that episode got a view bump. And we had multiple people that said they found us because of that episode. And they only listened because John Gruber was a guest. And if you're not sure where to look for guests, I actually did a video on that, on how to use AI to use LinkedIn and find guests for your show. You can watch that video right up here, and the link's in the description. Number 4, key takeaway, they made sure to have high quality video and audio, and they did it recording with Riverside. I use Riverside to record my video podcast every week, and we get pristine video and audio, whether we're tuning in from a laptop, the Riverside app on iPhone, and regardless of your setup, you're gonna get high quality local recording. Plus, Riverside has a ton of AI tools that do a bunch of editing for you, like Magic Clips, which will create dozens of vertical videos from your podcast recording in seconds. And when you jump into Edit with Riverside, tons of tools for removing silences, removing filler words. Smart layouts will give you that multicam look like you see in that Taylor Swift episode, switching between active speakers. Riverside does it all automatically. Plus, you can add those animated captions, add your brand in a single click. If you want to make a clip, you can change the format that quickly. And that works both here on desktop and in the Riverside mobile app. And then when you're ready, you can export up to 4K quality video. And you can record, edit, and live stream with Riverside for free. Check out that first link in the video description, try it right now, and you can record with the same tool as Taylor Swift. Number 5, Taylor Swift and the Kelsey brothers understand that podcasting is a relationship platform. We talk a lot about growing your audience here on the Riverside channel, which you should definitely subscribe and hit that like button if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, podcast, and more. But there's discovery platforms and then relationship platforms. Discovery could be Instagram Reels, TikTok, short form video. That's how people discover your podcast. But then having a relationship platform like a long form podcast episode that's several hours, that's how your audience gets connected to you as the creator and sticks around for the long term. So having both discovery platforms like being on social media, Instagram Reels, and that long form show, both video on YouTube and Spotify, and posting the audio feed to RSS, means you can be in both discovery platforms and relationship platforms, all with one piece of content, your podcast recording. This is an exciting moment for podcasting. There's going to be a bunch of new people looking for shows both on YouTube, Spotify, and in their podcast players. So get recording. And if you've never started, again, try it with Riverside for free right now. And if you have any questions about starting your show, leave comments below this video. I'll answer you personally. I actually did an entire hour-plus long podcast course that shows you the entire process from beginning to end, planning your niche, making your artwork, and you can watch that podcast course for free right here on YouTube. I'll link it above. And if you're looking to monetize your podcast, even if you're just getting started, or even if you have smaller download numbers, I did a video talking about 5 ways to monetize your show right now. You can check out that video right here. It's an exciting time, so get in, start recording, and we can't wait to see what you create.